Hi, I'm Kim Tasso. For many years, I've been helping people achieve buy-in to their ideas and projects with their senior management and other stakeholders. So what we're going to talk today is a distillation of lots of ideas we've covered over the years in buy-in and stakeholder management sessions. And I thought I'd use animals as props today to provide you with some kind of memory jogs. Okay, so here's lots of ideas around how to achieve buy-in. So I'm going to start with a bat. Now, most people think bats are a bit grim because they associate them incorrectly with vampires and horror movies. However, bats are extremely good at listening. They use echolocation with these little pings so they know what's going on around them so they can fly safely in the dark. So the first point around achieving buy-in is to listen really carefully to what the people around you are saying and what their interests are and what their needs are. Because if you listen, then obviously you will develop your understanding of them. So first of all, listen like a bat. So the second area relates to insects, more particularly flies. So these are my fly eye glasses. I don't know if you had these when you were a kid, but basically because insects have these faceted eyes, which enables them to see in many different directions at once. And that's another aspect of buy-in, is achieving empathy so that you can see things from other people's perspective. So you listen like a bat so that you can achieve empathy and see other perspectives like a fly. Okay, so the next one is ladybirds. But actually, these are love bugs. The interesting thing about these guys, if I pull them apart, is they pull together. So these ladybirds or love bugs are around face-to-face communication. And I know that's really difficult in COVID with all the Zoom and the Teams meetings and things. But face-to-face communication is really important for developing, empathy and rapport and trust and relationships. And there's a really good piece of research recently that showed requests that are made face-to-face are 34 times more likely to be accepted. So remember that, face-to-face communication, be like a ladybug. Okay, so the next creature I have is a bee, and this was a present from my son on Mother's Day. It says, "Mum, your bee's knees," which is rather special. Anyway, bees we associate with networking and collaboration because they are the ultimate kind of collaborators in a hive, and they're very, very good at communicating. So again, to achieve buy-in, we want to think about you using your networking skills both internally within the organization, getting to know the teams and the people and the assistants and the seniors in other departments, and developing your external network of people so you connect with more influencers inside and outside the organization. So bees for networking and collaboration. Okay, so the next one is elephants. And I have a bag for this because elephants are around emotion. So I put emotional baggage, so they're in a bag. One of my favourite models of change management was designed by Chip and Dan Heath in their book Switch, How to Change When Change is Hard. And they have a really simple model of change management, and there's 3 parts. 1, engage the rational rider. 2, engage the emotional elephant. And 3, a very specific first step you want them to take. So not so much about the rationale and the cost benefit analysis of your proposals. Think around people's emotions, what they're motivated by, what they're interested in, what they might be fearful of. So engaging people's emotions, really important for buy-in. Okay, so my animal magic continues, and here I have a goose. Okay, this is a beanie baby goose. So geese, they fly in formation, and what's really interesting is they alternate with who goes at the front so that no particular leader gets very tired. But the reason I have geese when I talk about buy-in is around alignment, because those geese align when they're migrating across the skies. And alignment's quite important because you have to align your aims and your goals and your projects with the aims and goals of the organisation and the team and the people around and the people you're trying to get to buy in. So remember, Geese for alignment. Okay, so my next props are quite small. I have a whole pack of wolves here. These are little wolves. I've got mummy and a daddy and a baby wolf. Now, they are pack animals, wolves, and they're known for working together for the good of the pack, different people in their different roles. When I was younger, I was a Cub Scout leader. I was called an Arcala, that's from the Jungle Book. And we always used to sit in a circle and discuss things and get the views of the youngest cubs before we made any big decisions. So that's another point on buy-in, is around, you know, acting as a team, taking the views of people, consultation, and ideally achieving some sort of consensus. Next, I have a fox. This is a fox cushion, as you can see. Now, most people think foxes are wily and mischievous and a bit naughty. But there's a very popular model of internal politics in an organisation, which outlines the characters as being a fox, a rising star, a falling star, and a foot soldier. But really the point here is around internal politics. You need to avoid getting caught in the crossfire of old coalitions and alliances and triangulations and power plays to get buy-in. Conflict's an inevitable part of any relationship, but we need to learn to avoid it if we can, and to not get caught up in the politics. So the next creature I have here is a ray. Okay, now rays are very good at camouflaging and hiding themselves on the seabed or the riverbed and in sand. Sometimes you need to be very subtle, fly under the radar and be undetected. There's an interesting idea called the sleeper effect, where people have an idea and they think it's theirs, but it originally came from someone else. And we don't mind if they adopt our ideas that way. It doesn't matter to us. And that's kind of one of the super skills in achieving buy-in, is when other people think that your idea is really theirs. Okay, so I need a live prop for the next one. Excuse me while I get Bert. Oh, this is Bert. Here's one of my two pet dogs. Bert is a star of another video that I did on dogs and cats and bears, to explain about different personalities and understanding different personalities and how you interact with those different personalities and how you might need to adapt your behaviour, again, is another key idea around achieving buy-in. Thank you, Bert. Okay, and my final idea, I have a photograph here. I don't know if you can see that. A few years ago, I went llama trekking. And I discovered, really interesting, that llamas don't like to be touched. In fact, mummy llamas don't even touch their baby llamas. But the reason I've chosen llama trekking is it's about a journey, because achieving buy-in after the event is fiendishly hard. So really what we want to do is build in buy-in, and we can do that by taking those we want to influence and persuade and win over on the journey with us, through the ideas and through the planning and through the thought processes, because that way we don't have to achieve buy-in, because it's already their project or their ideas and they've built it in as they go. So there you have it, the animal magic of achieving buy-in for stakeholder management. Thank you very much indeed for watching and listening.